I tell you, I'm having a hard time believing this is springtime. So today the high was supposed to be 43 degrees. It didn't get that high. Even this morning when I woke up, it was at 41 and they said it was gonna be 43. Well, now it's 39 and the temperature's supposed to be dropping all day. I don't think we're supposed to be below freezing, but I'm getting concerned that it might freeze again. It just froze a couple days ago. I mean, here we are, Easter. This is Easter Day today. And we're still wearing coats. I ran the propane heater last night, the little buddy heater, thinking that it was supposed to warm up. You know, if we use the wood stove in these kind of temperatures, it gets really hot in the house. So I've been trying to balance, you know, do we need the propane or do we need the wood? So last night I ran the propane and boy, I regret that. I should have ran the wood stove. I guess that's going to happen. So I've shut the propane off. I'm going to let the house cool off again. When it gets down to about 69 degrees, I'll turn the wood stove back on. Of course, we got the little chicks in the house now, and we use hot water to keep them warm. A lot of people use a heat lamp. We use hot water because we don't have enough electric to keep them warm with a heat lamp. But also, I try to keep the house at a comfortable temperature for them if possible, so they don't have to be huddled up around that bottle all day. They can play and have fun. So we'll start the wood stove. That'll get them back out playing and having fun. Right now, they're kind of cuddled up against that bottle. So you can probably see right here, that thermometer says 40 degrees. The app says 39, so that calibration may be off a little bit. I know I tried to set it in the house and it wasn't exactly, so it's off by a degree. That's not too bad. I just don't understand this weather we're having. This is really odd to me. It was so much rain and so cold this late in the year. I mean, last year we didn't have this, and I've lived in Missouri most of my life. Carolyn and I were talking about this. I can remember one year on Easter that it snowed, and I was a kid back then. But beyond that, I don't think it's gotten this cold. I'm downright chilly right now. Thinking about putting my hood on. The wind is coming from the east, which means it's going to shift from the north here pretty soon. I don't know. Let's see if it warms up anytime soon. You know, I got chewed out the other day that we should have our seeds in the garden. In a video where I specifically said it froze that night. But you should already have your seeds in the garden. Well, yeah, maybe, according to Carolyn, we're not even supposed to get our seeds in the garden until mid-May. But I'm going to have to till the garden pretty soon. So this is getting to the mid to end of the April. Probably another 2 weeks I'll till that garden. Whether it's muddy or not, I'll just have to deal with it. I'll put on an old pair of boots and some old clothes and till it, just to slop through it as much as I can. It is just so wet. Oh, bald eagle. I hope you get to see that. Wow. You don't see them over here very often. There's a dead cat or a raccoon over there, so we've had lots of buzzards, so I would imagine he was checking out that dead cat or raccoon. Wow, that was pretty cool. The other day, I mean, well, I say the other day, it was probably 2 months ago, a month ago by now. There was a dead deer on the side of the road over there. I wanted to show you, but I couldn't because it would have given away my location, road signs and different things. And of course, I've had a lot of trouble with subscribers hunting me down. So I wasn't able to film it, and they flew away before I figured out a good angle. So all the road signs were out of the picture. You can see the bald eagles, but there was 3 of them over there eating on that deer. So I was glad. Oh, there's another one. There's no way you're gonna be able to see that one. It's raining, so, but it's in that tree over there. Look at that. Wow. I had this whole video idea planned out. I doubt if you're gonna, I don't know, maybe you can see it. I don't have zoom on my GoPro here, but he's up there. Wow. I hope you got to see that. Sorry for the water spots. So that was cool. So the video I wanted to make was the other day, 2 days ago, I guess, 3 days ago. I made a video where I talked about being discouraged. And as you can see, this is kind of weather's very discouraging. We can't get much done. I don't know what I did wrong with that video. I've watched it several times since then. I'm not sure what I said or what I gave everybody the impression, my videos are always very positive. At the end of every video, I say, I hope I can inspire you to do something. So I try to make inspirational videos. I try not to be too depressing, but in order to get to the inspiration in this video, I spent 1 minute in the video talking about some of the things that have kind of discouraged us. And then the rest of the video, well, so that was at the 5-minute mark, I said that. The 0 to 5 minute mark, I was talking about different things I had gotten accomplished, restacked some firewood. So then I went into the discouragement, and then I went into how you can overcome being discouraged. And I talked about a lot of different things, taking little bites of things. Like this tiny house. It took us 10 months to build this tiny house. And I wasn't discouraged at all because we had a game plan and we really stuck to the game plan. I think we finished a little bit early, but I sped things up a little bit there towards the end of December, January time frame, because we had this huge snowstorm coming that they've been predicting for nearly a month. So I wanted to get in this house before that snow came, that really cold temperatures. It got down to like 0 degrees. I didn't want to be in the camper for those temperatures. So we sped things up a little bit, but for the most part, we stuck to the schedule, never got discouraged, and everything worked out. Well, this is as discouraging, you know, can't get the garden going, can't get the grass cut, can't do much of anything, stuck in the house most of the day, it's cold. But then I said, you know, things will work out, they always do, it's not like it's the end of the world. We'll get caught up. You know, Carolyn can't get laundry done right now because of they wouldn't never dry out, and you get all these tree droppings and bird droppings falling on your clean clothes, and so it's kind of pointless to even try. Somebody said, well, you should just hang them out here anyway because rainwater is soft water and makes your clothes feel good, but they also get dirty again. If we had a sheet hanging up or something, you know, that mud splatters up on them. So it's just easier not to have to deal with all the problems with the rain. A lot of people call me a complainer and a whiner and a crybaby and, you know, all the things. And of course I know a lot of people are going to come on here and, oh, ignore the haters, ignore the trolls. Well, I do. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. It's not like it's a big deal to me anymore. But when it's obvious that it wasn't a hater or a troll, it's a group of people who decided that there's something in the video that made you dislike it and thought that I was complaining. Well, it just seems odd to me because rarely do I ever complain, and I didn't complain in that video. I was expressing how some things could be discouraging and how to overcome those discouragements. It's supposed to be an inspirational video. What I guess I understand is why folks come into a video and only listen to it half-heartedly. Now, I know I'm kind of weird about these things. I'll watch a video, and if I get distracted, I'll play the video over again, or I'll rewind it to the part that I missed. I do the same thing with TV shows. And I know a lot of people don't. There was a movie one time called The Ring. My family and I were sitting around watching that movie. The ring popped up just instant. I mean, the little subliminal message. The ring popped up right in the middle of the screen. And I said, whoa, what was that? Check that out. Everybody's like, what? So we rewound it, played in slow motion, and it popped up again. It's right there. And can you believe one member of the family still didn't see it? I guess I pay extra attention. So when people come up to me and say, oh, you've done something in your video that doesn't make sense to me, and I've clearly explained it in the video. I'm like, well, it's in the video. How'd you miss it? I talked about it for a minute. Well, in this case, I talked for nearly 6 minutes about how to overcome discouragement. I wonder if some people struggle through life because they don't pay attention. My daughter, as you know, has an English major, 2 degrees. We homeschool her, so she got to start college pretty early at 14 years old. And I talked about this extensively last summer. She did a paper, and I didn't read the paper. She made a video about it. And she talked about literacy in the country. And that we have like a 90% literacy rate or something crazy like that. I mean, it's really high. But comprehension level is very low. If I said, for example, I give my wife a hug every time she cooks bacon. And then in the very next sentence or in the very next paragraph, I say, I hugged my wife today. Like 50% of the country wouldn't realize the reason I hugged my wife was because she cooked bacon. Even though I didn't say she cooked bacon, you should be able to comprehend that in the previous paragraph, the only time I hug my wife is when she cooks bacon. You would now know, oh, she must have made bacon because he hugged his wife. Why else would he hug her? That's the only time he hugs her. A lot of people will miss that. And I think that's what happens in these videos, is they miss the important message. And so they get discouraged even further or upset. And they live life very angry and very hurt because they've lost the message. They lost when they're reading something. Or when a politician says something and they only grasp half of it. Or when a news anchor says something and they only grasp half of it. And the connections aren't made. And so it makes them angry. And then they lash out. And the people who took the time to put these things together are seem like your boss. Your boss says, okay, step A, step B, step C. And you didn't hear or comprehend step B. Now, here's another thing that I learned a long time ago. I was a manager, obviously, so I took a lot of leadership courses and training courses. One of the things I learned is people learn through different methods. And there's 3 methods. Let's see if I can remember them. I probably won't remember them. But one of the methods is you learn through reading. So if you can read the instruction, you can follow right along. Another one is through verbal messaging. You can't comprehend much reading. You can't comprehend much the other way. But you can, if somebody tells you how to do it step by step, you grab it. The third thing is demonstration. If somebody actually does the steps, you can follow along. You can learn that way. So I actually, a lot of times, will try to put all 3 methods into my videos. So if you can check out this up next box, I'd really appreciate it. It'll take you over my other channel. I hope I can inspire you to be happy in life so you can live your dream. Thanks for watching.